playing has varying effect depending on whether they are played actively or passively. Watching others play. Video games have become more of a central social activity for many players. In order to have a successful game, there must be coherent communication on many levels. Participants consisted of a convenient sample of 150 college-educated, N equals 91 females, 58 males, 1 other, 37 freshman, 39 sophomore, 29 junior, 34 senior, 11 other. The mean age was 22.84. Participants were gathered from social media sites, Facebook, Reddit, and Twitter, and the SONA system where they were directed to the SurveyMonkey.com link. As predicted, 72.0% of the participants reported feeling fully engaged when gaming and experiencing flow, which is a sensation usually categorized by hyper-focus and feeling of being in the moment. Skills habits acquired while gaming can be easily transferred to study habits as well as relationship patterns. In order to improve all aspects of life, if we can apply a more active approach to not only our gaming habits but our academic perseverance and communication when it comes to relationship. Video games' effects on college students' academic performance and relationships. With the rise in prevalence of video games in our society, more attention needs to be paid to the beneficial effects that this media can provide to other aspects of life, which include academics and relationships. When comparing video games to other media, such as books, television, and movies, is that they are interactive, allow for feedback and growth. There has been extensive research into video games and aggression. However, relatively little research has occurred within video games and its relations to school performance, especially in older students. In general, video game players surveyed had lower GPAs, but this finding varied by gender. Video game players also reported a greater likelihood of playing video games to avoid doing homework. Burgess, SC 2012. As an interactive media, video game playing has varying effect depending on whether they are played actively or passively. Watching others play. Video games have become more of a central social activity for many players. In order to have a successful game, there must be coherent communication on many levels. Ever since their primitive inception around 1958, video games have been gradually evolving into the interactive media we know today. The hypothesis for this study was that with the increased use of active gaming that promoted flow would transfer over to academics and relationships. Methods. Participants consisted of a convenient sample of 150 college-educated, N equals 91 females, 58 males, 1 other, 37 freshman, 39 sophomore, 29 junior, 34 senior, 11 other. The mean age was 22.84. Participants were gathered from social media sites, Facebook, Reddit, and Twitter, and the SONA system where they were directed to the SurveyMonkey.com link. Measures. The purpose for these survey was to measure the participants' attitudes as well as involvement with video games, academic performance, and relationships. The independent variable, the amount of time with the video games, the dependent variable being the effect of on relationships and academic performance. Video games was operationalized as an interactive media that actively engages the player with their systems and react to the player's agenda behaviors. The surveys were anonymous to encourage honest responses. Procedures. Participants were recruited through the use of social media sites, Facebook, Reddit, and Twitter, out of their own volition. And the SONA system, for some minor academic credit as an incentive, were all directed to the SurveyMonkey.com link, where anonymously they took the 27-item survey on their playing habits, views, and relations. After completing the survey, they were promptly then thanked and awarded the credit if applicable. Results. Participants consisted of a convenient sample of 150 college-educated, N equals 91 females, 58 males, 1 other, 37 freshman, 39 sophomore, 29 junior, 34 senior, 11 other. The mean age was 22.84. Research shows that from the convenient sample surveyed, that 71.3% of the gamers play casually, 16.7% hardcore, and 12.0% don't play as much to be classified as casually. The average of the gamers pooled was 22.84 years of age, with a higher amount of female to male ratio, 60.7% to 38.7% respectively. The three most commonly used devices used when gaming include smartphone, 69.3%, desktop, laptop computer, 52.0%, and Sony PlayStation, 30.0%. Fig. 1. In the past 7 days, the highest amount of gaming has been 1 to 3 hours, which made sense considering how when the survey was distributed. Finals along with project priorities may have taken the forefront. The most common time for gaming seems predominantly around night time, 6 p.m. to 4 a.m., 73.3%. As predicted, 72.0% of the participants reported feeling fully engaged when gaming and experiencing flow, which is a sensation usually categorized by hyper-focus and feeling of being in the moment. For gaming alone or in company, the participants were almost evenly split, 52.0% yes, 48.0% no. When gaming online, 31.3% of gamers use games to stay in touch with distant friends, while 68.7%. When gaming, only 38.6% reported feeling more extroverted when playing and more likely to interact with others. 39.3% of gamers felt part of a larger community, while 6.7% did not. 71.3% of gamers are proud of their accomplishment in-game, while 28.7% are not. 39.3% gamers feel that they have become more resilient due to games, while 60.7% did not report such feeling. Discussion. Much to my surprise, only 14.3% of the gamers contributed to that community they identified with in the form of forums, wikis, or making demo and tutorial videos. The predictions made were supported by data for the most part, aside from the exemptions, which include the low levels of contributions, feeling more extroverted when gaming, feeling part of a larger gaming community, and becoming more resilient. These findings are supported by Seligman talks on flow. The theoretical contribution of this study include the better understand between the link of passive gaming versus active gaming and how those translate to academics and relationships. State the theoretical contribution of the study if results are significant. Two glaring limitations of my study will include the use of a convenient sample which explains for the gender gap ratio. F equals 87, M equals 52, and the inherent limitations that a survey correlational study carries. No causality can be concluded. For future studies, in order to obtain conclusive and useful data, true experiments may have to be devised in order to hold participants accountable for their answers, and true causality can be derived. In conclusion, skills habits acquired while gaming can be easily transferred to study habits as well as relationship patterns. In order to improve all aspects of life, if we can apply a more active approach to not only our gaming habits but our academic perseverance and communication when it comes to relationship. References: Andrews, G. Murphy, K. 2006. Does video game playing improve executive function? In M. A. Banchevsky, ed. Frontiers in Cognitive Psychology, pg. 145-161. Hauppauge, N.Y. Nova Science Publishers. Boot, W.R., Blakely, D.P., and Simons, D.J., 2011. Do action video games improve perception and cognition? Frontiers in Psychology, 226. http://doi.org/10.3389/side.2011.00226 Burgess S. C. 2012. video game playing and academic performance in college students. College Student Journal, 46, 376 to 387. Chan E. 2009. More than just a game, competence goals and video game playing motivation. Conference Papers, International Communication Association, 1 to 32. Coin SM, Busby, D. Bushman, BJ, Gentile, DA. Rich, R. and Stockdale, L. 2012. Gaming in the Game of Love, Effects of Video Games on Conflict in Couples. Family Relations, 61, 388 to 396. DOI 10.1111, J.1741 to 3729.2012.00712, X Sheiks, M. Berkmeyer, Z. 2007. Shyness, Sociability, and the Use of Computer-Mediated Communication in Relationship Development. Cyber-Psychology and Behavior, 10, 64 to 70. UZ, C, and Casualty, K. 2015. Social Interactions and Games. Digital Education Review, 27, 1 to 12.